Live from Walk Ons in West Little Rock, here's Wes Moore and Christian Weaver.
It was a walk in the park for the Razorbacks. What's up, everybody? Wes Moore, Christian Weaver with you live at Walk Ons. It's the Bet Saracen Razorback Basketball Postgame Show. Arkansas jumped out early on Texas and never looked back. A big 19-2 run early in the game, and Arkansas led by double digits for about 38 minutes, or maybe give or take a minute or two here when Texas cut it to 9 in the first half a couple of times. But for the most part of this game, Arkansas led by double digits.
Was it 2-0 at one point, and then it ended up 16-4, I believe.
They made a couple
of free
throws,
almost.
Yeah, to start the game. And I tell you what, Arkansas defensively, I like what I saw in the first half.
This was their best defensive effort, I think, in the first half.
Yes.
In the second half, they waxed up and they didn't really play all that much defense, but it was out of hand at that point. But in the first half, it was their best defensive effort, I believe.
They were very aggressive. They just looked fast. They played hard. They played really hard. And I mean, it was 1 through 5. We had Joe Klein on Out of Bounds Monday. And, you know, the big talk, how do you get Pringle going? What do you do with Pringle? And Joe said, if I'm Pringle, I just tell him, play as hard as you can. Yeah. Just run as hard as you can up and down the court. And there were two different occasions. Pringle was sprinting past Vocaitis.
I forgot.
First time they missed him.
Modest.
And somebody else scored. The second time, they gave it to Pringle, and he scored. And I was like, that's how you reward the big man for running and sprinting down the court like that. But I just saw a lot of that from the entire team, just playing hard.
Great energy tonight. And getting a big man like Nick Pringle going, how do you get a big man like that going other than playing hard? He's a guy that's going to thrive off grabbing boards or getting junk buckets. He's not a guy that you necessarily draw something up, although we did see a few tonight where he'd set a screen and rolled and got an alley-oop that I think was a drawn-up play. But
that was a little two-man game with him and Billy.
Him and Billy down underneath the rim almost. So.
Yeah, it wasn't a high pick and roll. It was off on the side about 15 feet out, and they just played a little two-man game and got the alley-oop dunk. But
Nick Pringle's best game in over a month probably.
Oof, yeah. Well, and he was on, if you heard after the game, Chuck interviewed him, and he admitted, it's like, you know, it hasn't gone the way he, thought it would go, but he's hanging in there, and it's how you finish, you know. If he comes on, like, I know it's a different circumstance with Jonas Adu last year, with Adu being hurt, but Adu came on at the end, played well, and you kind of think a little bit higher of Adu because of the way they finished. Same thing with Pringle. If he gives you this kind of effort here on out, people will forget.
For sure, yeah.
Or forgive. Maybe not forget. They'll remember it was a rough year, but they'll forgive him because he finished the season strong.
When you say Jonas Adu, I don't think anybody's thinking of the SEC conference play where he did almost nothing for the majority of it, but then in the tournament he came alive.
Played really well.
He played well at the right time. Some past sins will be forgiven.
Same goes for Brazil. Up and down Brazil tonight. You got the highest of all highs with Brazil, a career high 28 points. He was very active. He played really hard. He had 7 rebounds. I got to look at the block shots. I think it was
2 steals, 3 blocks.
Wow. All over the court. Defense still lacking, but he is what he is. He's there to maybe block a shot from behind or block a shot and help defense, but played really well offensively. Had some dunks, aggressive dunks. That one time he went straight up on the big man. Another time he took it to him, got the foul and the basket. So I thought Brazil was very active tonight.
He played big on offense.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
On defense early, when we had all the energy going with us and we were on that 16-4 run, he had 2 blocks on, I'm just going to call him Modest because I don't remember how to pronounce his last name.
Big B?
Yeah, Big B. I don't know if
he's not that big. I thought he was taller than 6'8".
He's 7 foot, isn't he?
They said on the postgame show 6'8", and I was like, oh man, I thought he was bigger than that.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong. I think he's 7 foot.
Because I was like, I wouldn't mind if Arkansas got him out of the portal if he entered the portal next year. I kind of like him.
He's 7 foot.
Okay,
7 foot 255.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So he got a few blocks on him, got a few stops early, but then after that is whenever Vokatis or Modest got on him, it was a bucket almost.
And Darius Acuff. I mean, what can you say? You got John Rothstein on Twitter saying he's the best point guard in America. Sean Miller after the game said he's the best point guard he's ever seen.
Ever?
Let me look at the tweet again, but he said the one word to describe Acuff that I have is greatness.
Yeah, during the broadcast, I think it was it who did the game? Fishback?
Yep.
He said that Miller said that he'll be the second overall pick in the draft, and that's not going to happen, but that's definitely not going to happen. He won't be the second overall pick in the draft, but he's a great point guard and definitely an argument for the best point guard in the draft, or best point guard in the draft and best point guard in the country. I mean, who else do we have? You got Kingston Flemings, who Acuff has played better than. You can argue Flemings is a better pro prospect because of measurables and stuff like that, but he's played better than him. Bennett Sturts at Iowa, been really good. Keaton Wagler, who I think is actually a guard or shooting guard, but I think Acuff's the best point guard in the country.
I'm checking Lenardi. Arkansas still in the 5 line. Nothing has changed. Although he's got them in a different order on the 5 line. Now he's got Tennessee, North Carolina, Vanderbilt, Arkansas next. It used to be Arkansas first. That's weird. But
I saw an update this early, where Arkansas was 5th, and I guess, or 5th in the 5th, or in the 4th, or 4th in the 5 seeds or whatever. And I guess I thought it was because all the other teams played last night, so they got a chance to boost their resume.
And this game didn't do much for the resume. It's not a quad 1 victory, but still, it's a victory over a tournament team.
So, actually, last night, Texas got a boost from Georgia winning because they beat Georgia, and with Georgia winning, that boosted Georgia to becoming a quad 1 win, whereas, Arkansas lost to Georgia.
And the other big news, well, how about all the news today? I mean, first the announcement
big
with
day for Arkansas.
Tyson jumping on board with the NIL deal and the patches on the uniforms, and then at halftime, we get the news that Coach Nolan Richardson will have his statue outside Bud Walton Arena. And social media blew up at halftime, and Hunter Yurchek tweeted out a rendering of the what the statue will look like. And
hopefully Stan heard that.
Yes, Stan's been asking for that for a long time. In fact, I saw some people on Twitter mentioning Stan. I also saw on our Middleton Heat and Air text line, somebody texted at halftime, said, I hope Stan saw that.
If we win the national championship this year, of course, a very long shot, but would this be known as like the breaking of the Nolan Richardson curse?
Yes.
Is that what this would be?
No doubt. Stan called it. Not going to win a title until that you get a statue up there.
He is usually right. He just always says the obvious.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up on the show, we will hear from Coach Calipari. We'll hand out some grades. We'll take your phone calls. I'll check the Middleton Heat and Air text line, and we'll just kind of have fun with Arkansas just blowing out Texas. It's always good to beat Texas, isn't it?
Great final home game of the season.
It's weird. It's the regular season's down to 1 game. Oh, and by the way, we'll talk about that too. I got the very latest with 1 game to go, what the SEC tournament may look like. All that coming up next. Stick around. It's the Bet Saracen Razorback Basketball Postgame Show live from Walk Ons.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus, lots of fun choices. Like ping pong, right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Hey,
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Thanks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
This spring, experience radiance in motion in an all-new Cadillac. Feel the agility and joy of driving the responsive CT4. Take driving performance to the next level in the refined CT5. And turn heads with the distinguished styling of the XT5. Step into luxury like never before at the spring sales event. Visit your Cadillac showroom today.
At Edwards Food Giant, they know your family is important, and they also know that your time and convenience is as well. So why not take advantage of their heat and eat items in their deli department? Those famous Edwards Food Giant signature dishes with many of the same entrees and recipes that are served daily in the hot bar, all ready to take home and serve to your family tonight. And it can all be found at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is pot roast for only $7.49 per pound, paired with macaroni and cheese for just $4.99 per pound.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. This year has been the proverbial annus horribilis for Arkansas AD Hunter Yurachek. He came to the Little Rock Touchdown Club and admitted that the Hogs can't compete with the big boys because they don't have the money. He fired a football coach. He hired a football coach. And a lot of smart folks are giving him grief about not honoring Arkansas's proud history with retired numbers or jerseys. And also, he made that dumb 6'7" joke on the committee. But Miami's selection turned out to be justified. May the same be true for the hiring of Coach Silverfield. If Hunter stops into one of Doubleby's 34 locations in Arkansas, he can tell us some more of those 6'7" jokes. And we won't even laugh. But we'll give him a breakfast sandwich or maybe even a corn dog. 6 or 7 of them, even. Doubleby's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doubleby's.
Arkansas sports fans, this is a night you don't want to miss. The 68th Annual Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame Induction Banquet is happening April 10th at the Oaklawn Event Center. From championship moments to legendary careers, they're honoring the icons who built Arkansas sports. For information on tickets and tables, visit arksportshalloffame.com or by calling 501-313-4158. Celebrate the legends, relive the moments, and be a part of Arkansas sports history April 10th.
Arkansas, stop paying full retail prices. Head to Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse, where prices and customer service can't be beat, where inventory is stocked and ready to be loaded. Find us at 2011 North 2nd Street in Cabot. Waterproof vinyl starting at just $129 a square foot. Tile deals all day, every day for under $1 a square foot. Waterproof hardwood around $2 a square foot. Need more? Exterior pavers and stone, butcher block countertops, roofing shingles, faucets, you name it, we've got it. Natural State Wholesale, the warehouse, built to save you money.
The great American pastime. Do you smell that? That's the smell of men being men. I think I'm ready. On 103.7 The Buzz, KABC Little Rock.
Hogs attack it. A-Cup right wing. Three-pointer good. New defense, no problem. A-Cup's got 23. 72-44. Cody with the dribble handoff. Two-man game. Cody pick and pop from Wilcher. Three-pointer no good. High off the back of the iron. Brazil with a rebound. Trevitt picks up his 6th board. Hogs in the half court. Left side. Wagner's open. Three-pointer from DJ is good. Wagner's got 10. He's now scored double figures in 3 straight games against Texas.
Back games with a good three-point shooting. 3 for 4 tonight. He finished with 15 points. So that's very encouraging for DJ Wagner. He looked confident with a couple of those shots.
Yeah, back-to-back good games for DJ Wagner. He had a nice dunk in the game.
Yep.
How many threes? He hit 2 or 3?
3 for 4.
I think he hit 3 last game.
I think he was 3 for 4 the last game.
Very good sign for us going forward.
Yes. Gave you 30 minutes tonight, 15 points, 3 assists. Runs the offense at times, lets A-Cuff play the off guard, and they run around, give him some screens, run some plays for A-Cuff.
You and I mentioned on Saturday that our X factor is probably Trevin Brazile.
Yes.
Got good Trevin Brazile tonight.
Yes.
Now, I think we probably could have got subpar Trevin Brazile tonight and ended up winning.
Yes.
But if you get half of this Trevin Brazile each night, this is a very good Arkansas team.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, it's a career high.
Yeah,
I'm not expecting him to do that again. What I would like to see is him show up against opponents where they need him. Mm-hmm. His scoring, his shot blocking, just his energy, some rebounding, and get 15 points. 15 points, 8 rebounds.
Yep.
I will take that, and that's about half of what he had tonight. But, yeah, scoring-wise, they're not asking him to be the guy that's going to go out and get 20 points. But be aggressive. Impact the game. And there are too many times where he doesn't impact the game because he just stands out there at the three-point line. Tonight, he didn't really do that. He made some threes.
He was aggressive.
But he was going to the basket. He was going for offensive rebounds. He was going for steals. He was helping with block shots. He was just very active tonight.
Now, defensively, I do think because of the mental lapses, he's a bit of a wild card on that end. But he's a bit miscast as well because he has to play against the big man sometimes on this team.
Yeah, tonight
and
Pringle got in foul trouble. Ewan got in foul trouble. So they went small with Brazile as the 5. And it was a mismatch.
He can't do it.
Yes.
If he played on a team that he was the power forward, I think we would be less frustrated with him because he could be like that weak side blocker and just block shots pretty much. And he wouldn't have to guard guys down in the post. So there's a combination of him being sort of a frustrating player as well as him being miscast a little bit that leads to us being frustrated with him at times.
The frustration for me comes from nights like tonight.
Where you can see what he can be.
Yes, and all it was, a lot of it, was effort. Some of it was he made his threes. Yeah. If he goes, 1 for 5 from the three-point line, you take off 6 points, he has 22, still a really good game, but he has a great game because the shot was on. I don't know if it coincides. He's making it, and he gets even more active, and it gives him a little energy.
Probably.
But it's nights like tonight, you're like, wow, this guy's good. He's a good college player. But then there are other nights, and you're like, what the hell is he doing?
Well, it's been what the hell's he doing more so recently. This is the first time in a while he's hit his threes, I think.
Yes, he's been in a little bit of a funk shooting the three. I teased it a little earlier about the SEC tournament. There's, of course, one game to go in the SEC season, and we'll take some calls. If y'all want to jump in here, 661-1037. With one game to go, Arkansas looks like they're going to be the 3 seed. Only way they're not the 3 seed is if Alabama loses to Auburn and Arkansas beats Missouri, then they would flip, and Arkansas would be the 2 seed and Alabama the 3 seed. So Arkansas's almost guaranteed locked into that 3 seed.
They're at worst the 3 seed.
Yes, they cannot move from 3, even if they lose to Missouri.
Okay.
That game will be the late game Friday night. The 2 seed, right now Alabama, would play at 6 o'clock. So that means Arkansas would tip off around 8:30, 8:45 Friday night. They would play, as of right now, Vanderbilt's the 6 seed, and Vandy's playing the winner of Ole Miss and Auburn. A rematch of a game that just happened, and Ole Miss upset Auburn at Auburn.
Yeah.
And if Auburn wants to go to the NCAA tournament, they would have to win that game, have to beat Vanderbilt, and probably have to beat Arkansas.
They got to string some wins together.
Unless they beat Alabama on Saturday.
I don't know if does beating Alabama get you in, or do you have to still string 1 or 2 together?
I think you have to beat Alabama. That gets you in, and then to stay in, you have to beat Ole Miss. Okay. You can't lose to them twice in the span of 4 games.
Let's say they beat Alabama. Does it move them seeding-wise? Does it move Auburn seeding-wise to where they play somebody else other than Ole Miss?
Could they beat the 10 seed? No, I think Texas is guaranteed to beat the 10 seed. I don't think Auburn, even with an Auburn win and a Texas loss, I think Auburn's probably going to be the 11.
Okay.
Which, if you have a motivated Auburn team.
Yeah, you're playing for your life.
Yeah, but why weren't they motivated playing against Ole Miss the other night? They've lost.
Why haven't they been motivated most of the season?
Yeah, they're a weird team.
Well, they're better
than they're playing right now.
Yeah,
they should be.
if Bruce Pearl didn't retire a month before the season, do you think this Arkansas or Auburn basketball team is on the bubble right now?
No.
Or outside of the bubble?
No.
No, they're firmly in the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't lose games they're supposed to win.
I'm not saying this is like a top 20 team in the country, but they're a tournament team, talent-wise.
Yes, I agree with that. No, what's the big wing that tore up Arkansas?
Keyshawn Hall.
Yes. He's a nice player. He is a nice player.
If they were a capable team, he would be in the SEC Player of the Year running.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, he gets mentioned and talked about, him and Pettiford, and then, of course, the A-Cuff. And did you see the guy tonight that was doing the Game and Color guy? He said co-Player of the Year, A-Cuff and Hawk at Florida. That's his vote.
Oh, and Haug, or whatever his name is. Hal? No.
What are you talking about, dude? No. I'm not buying any of that.
I would give it to Chinyalu before I gave it to Hal.
Chinyalu is his Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
And for Coach of the Year, he had Bucky and
what?
Yes. Bucky and Florida, Mike White.
Oh, Georgia?
Yeah. No, not the old. That's the old Florida Todd Golden. As the co-coaches of the year.
He loves these co's, doesn't he?
I guess. He can't make up his mind. Exactly. This is your list. Pick one or the other. Let me check real quick before we
let me look at the standings and see who should just be Coach of the Year. Who do you think should be Coach of the Year?
Coach of the Year is...
Should we just give it to Golden?
I mean, Golden.
They were 9-5, and then they just ran off wins.
Yeah, and think about... they've been dominant in the SEC. Yeah. They got 2 losses going into the last Saturday. They are in the running for a 1 seed as a defending champ that lost their playmaking guards.
Clayton, yeah, he was their team.
Yes,
essentially.
You returned your 3 big guys, but you had to change that team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would give Golden the Coach of the Year.
And then I have no problems with Chinyalu's DPOY, and then I would give A-Cuff Player of the Year.
All right, let's go to the Milton Heat in the Air text line. 870 says, hey, guys, what is Stan going to talk about when he calls in now?
He can still say no coach but Nolan Richardson is going to win a national championship. He can still go that angle.
Here's a good one. 501 wants to know, will Nolan's statue have the writing on there? Thanks, Stan.
Keep it real.
He beat the Strong for a long time.
Would that be sacrilegious to go up there with a little crayon and write on there? Thanks,
you have to look
Stan.
very closely.
One other, Big O is my all-time Razorback basketball player. Tonight reminds me of the Oliver Miller days when he did the Hook'em Horn sign upside down. Woo Pig Suey goes Hogs. It's great. It's always great to beat Texas. It's great to blow them out. It was never in doubt. It's a great way to end your home season. Send out, Trevin Brazil and Nick Pringle, who both played really good in their last game at Bud Walton Arena. But, I was looking at it. There are a lot of guys that played their last game at Bud Walton Arena tonight.
Oh, yeah, that aren't seniors.
Yes.
Most of the team.
I started who's coming back here?
Wagner be back, I think.
Yeah.
I think he'll be back. I don't see him transferring at least. And then you think Sealy will be back probably. Yes. Of the people that, I don't want to say matter, but of the people that play or have played, are those the only 2? Knox has a chance, but I could see him transferring.
I could see Carter Knox coming back.
I could too. He's a.
And then
I would set the over under at
the
2.
Billy Richmond.
I would set the over under at 2.5 probably.
What does he hear from the NBA? Tonight's a night that's the argument. That he's not ready because he missed his jump shots and he kind of lost some of his aggressiveness. And if you watch, Texas was playing about 5 feet off of him. He would catch it 19 feet out, and they're standing almost in the paint.
That's what they'll do in the NBA.
Yeah.
They won't guard you.
Yeah. And it's hard to drive on somebody when they're giving you a 4-foot cushion, 5-foot cushion, and other guys are in the paint waiting for you. So got to knock down that shot more consistently, and he has been, and that's why he's been scoring 20 points tonight. The shot wasn't falling. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we can, if Coach Calipari's not ready, we can hear from the we'll grade the Razorbacks. We'll give you our thoughts on how the team played tonight. Obviously, a lot of A's and B's, and I don't even know. Yeah, there may be a C in there for me, but we'll do that when we come back. We are live at Walk Ons, where it was another great crowd. Big crowd tonight. The patio was open. There was a ton of people on the patio. I thought, I'm going to set up on the patio and do the show out here. There was nowhere to sit. So we came inside, and by the time the game tipped off, it was packed in here. Great environment. Come see us Saturday. Stick around. It's the Bet Saracen Basketball Postgame show.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Callie is ready.
The main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices like ping pong right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
This spring, experience radiance in motion in an all-new Cadillac. Feel the agility and joy of driving the responsive CT4. Take driving performance to the next level in the refined CT5. And turn heads with a distinguished styling of the XT5. Step into luxury like never before at the spring sales event. Visit your Cadillac showroom today.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Banks that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
On your way to the Little Rock Airport, business travelers park fast at Expressway Airport parking. As you park, our shuttle picks you up, and a 60-second ride later, you're at the airport. Download our app and earn rewards. Simply scan the virtual gate pass to enter and scan again to exit. No waiting, and your receipt is emailed to you. Pay less than municipal airport parking at Expressway Airport parking, left of the airport entrance, next to the Comfort Inn.
We're keeping Arkansas beautiful. Want to lend a hand? Don't be afraid to get them dirty. Every day, volunteers around the state are picking up litter, planting trees and wildflowers, recycling, and more. You know what these volunteers need most? Help. Volunteer today at keeparkansasbeautiful.com. Learn more about all our programs. A message brought to you by the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission, this station, and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
Your heart works hard for you every day. Are you taking care of it? UAMS Health makes it easy with our heart health screening. For just $99, you will receive a heart CT scan, cholesterol and glucose testing, kidney and blood pressure assessments, plus stroke risk screening, all with same-day results. If you're over 35 or have a family history of heart disease, this screening is for you. Healthy heart, healthy you, healthy future. Call UAMS Health at 501-603-1222. That's 501-603-1222.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. When we take the dogs for a walk, the most dangerous animal we encounter are those stupid, ill-tempered Canadian geese. What do you expect? They're from Canada. But for a trail runner recently in Colorado, he found himself stalked by a worse animal, a mountain lion. He chased the big cat away by using a tree limb to club it in the head. Perhaps such a tactic would work on these geese. I just don't want to offend those sensitive Canadians. They're already worked up enough over that 51st state stuff. Everyone except these Canadian geese prefers Doublebees because it's an Arkansas company, not a Canadian company. When you walk into a Doublebees, you'll always be greeted with a warm, "Welcome to Doublebees." We even welcome Canadians and also LSU fans. Doublebees. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebees.
Acuff guarded by Weaver out front. They skip it right side, set a screen for Malik Thomas, and he knocks down a three-pointer. Thomas has 13. Richmond set the screen. It's 88-63. Acuff going to try to take Vocalitis off the dribble. Kicks it out to Wagner, 6 to shoot. DJ steps back off a crossover and rattles home a three-pointer. DJ Wagner's got 13. 98-76 with 4 minutes to play.
DJ Wagner with a couple of highlights tonight, thanks to Damon. And he had a couple of 3 threes, and then maybe the best highlight, or There were a lot of good highlights
Yeah,
tonight.
we had like 8 dunks, I think.
Yeah, but there at the end when he got the steal and DJ's going down and throws it off the backboard and Billy comes in and throws it down. That was pretty cool.
That was a good one.
Yeah. By the way, Wagner finished with 15. We heard the highlight of Malik Thomas. He did finish with 13 points. That was the only 3 he hit tonight. He took
What did he shoot?
Three of them, 1 for 3.
I mean, overall.
4 for 9. He had a possession where he shot a 3, missed it. Arkansas got the offensive rebound, kicked it back to him, but he didn't quite have his feet set, and he came up short with it. I thought that was kind of and he was open, and it was like you could have.
He had time to set.
Yeah.
You just let it go.
Yep. He was feeling. He's like, I missed one. I'll get this one. A little overconfident. Set your feet, knock it down. How about that one? Did you see he drove baseline?
Yeah.
And they kind of fell, and nobody was on him.
He just stood there.
And he stood there
Yeah.
and even jumped. He just
Standstill
jump shot baseline. I was like, that's a difficult shot. I mean, that's like maybe that little 8-foot baseline jumper is maybe the hardest one in basketball. But he knocked that down. All right, let's hear from Coach Calipari. We can get his thoughts on Arkansas's 20-point victory over Texas.
The first 5 minutes of the game, and we've been talking about it, our first 5 minutes down in Florida was pretty good. And then all of a sudden we just caved in, but they were so good that day, we weren't winning anyway. But we came in with the idea, let's get after this. Let's be active. Worried about their high-low and some of their stuff that they do well. And then TB plays the way he played. I mean, making shots, making free throws, blocking balls, rebounding. And then you got DJ coming off the bench doing what he did, which is what he's capable of. Being confident, not aggressive, confident that I can do this. I mean, we got good players. But Nick Pringle was big. We got to have that. For us to be something like that, we got to have Nick Pringle play that way.
You mentioned TV. He and Acuff Madsen are reaching their career highs in this game. But Sean Miller spent most of his post-game presser talking about.
What are you saying, Darius' career high?
Matching and assists. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it. Oh, wow. I knew we had 21 assists. What's that mean? We're winning.
But Sean spent most of his post-game presser talking about Acuff and the virtues of him as a once in a generation.
Yeah, he is, and he's a great, I told you that when we got back from Florida, I was in the office early in the morning, and I said, I'm saying, we have to practice. We went 10 days, no contact, no competitiveness, and you start losing your edge. So as I'm walking to go out, Darius is in the training room. And he said, Coach, I got to start practicing. And now, I didn't keep him in the whole practice, but he wasn't in a boot. He was on there, and he went, but he was, you could tell that's the healthiest he's been in a while. But look, I was disappointed. Did you guys promote all the U.S. Basketball Writers Association Player of the Month? Was that out there? I didn't look. I mean, and when I was told, they said to me, and he beat out some really good players. And I'm like, yeah, but he's really good too. And that's why I said he needs to be in the conversation. Hey, other guys are having great years too. But you can't just say, well, and it isn't because we're not on TV, because we're one of the 4 teams, Duke, North Carolina, Michigan State, and us, that everybody sees play. So you can't say it's, well, they don't know. No, he's good and a great kid, just a great kid.
How important was it for the team to respond like the way they did tonight after what happened at Gainesville?
We were going to learn about ourselves, but I didn't want to put it on them. I didn't want to put the double bye on them. I just want them to understand, and I said this, you have been trained and prepared to play in March. Conditioning, the practices, the competitiveness, the weight training, the individual work, the practices you're doing on your own. You are ready. Our team is bonded. We have been tested. We have improved. Are we athletic? Are we long? Are we skilled? Do we have a will to win? Well, come on. Let's go. This is why we did what we did all year, is to get to March to be able to play like we're one of those teams. And so tonight was important that way. Now you got to go on the road at Missouri. And I've said it. I know what happened at Texas today. We were the buzzsaw. We had gone through the buzzsaw. Now they just went through it. He has still done Coach of the Year work. And I said Dennis Gates is the other one that's done Coach of the Year work, which means where were they and how did they keep building their teams? They both have.
You touched on it a little bit earlier, but Nick Pringle, how important is it to get that and also playing through some foul trouble tonight and having success with it?
Yeah, he's it's vital, and he's the greatest kid. Even when he's not at his best, I love coaching him. I mean, I've absolutely loved it. Yeah, he has some limitations, but so does everybody else. But a great kid, love coaching him. We need him. Now, how about Nolan's statue? They put an addendum in my contract that I had to go out and clean that thing once a week. So if there's bird poop on it, it's up to me to go wipe it off, which I will do in a pleasant way. I would love it. He's been so good to me since I've been here. And I'm going to tell you again that one thing I said to Hunter, you guys are talking to me, has anybody talked to Coach Richardson to make sure he's good with this? And he said, yeah, Coach said he'd be exactly what, so he was in my corner from day one. And then the other one is, how about Tyson Foods doing what they're doing? On the uni, come on now. That is huge. It's huge for the athletic department. It's huge for the athletes. It's huge for basketball, football. It's huge for us. Because any place that you can add revenue that you're going to be able to take care of kids is big. And for Johnny to do it and the Tyson Foods to do it, it's a big deal.
Over the last 5 years, you've coached against and you've coached Trevor in Brazil. Just the last couple of years here. I'm just curious, where have you seen the biggest area of growth for him in the last couple of years?
I mean, he's growing. He's maturing. He's self-evaluating. He's able to play poorly and get out of it, which means hey, and here's a 6'10" kid that blocks shots, can guard different positions, will go rebound, can make shots, makes free throws. I mean, how many guys hit with his athleticism at 6'10" can do that? And so being more consistent, at times being more physical, but that means you walk into the game knowing I'm going to hit first. Or you walk into the game and you're not ready to hit first, and then you look like, okay, coming after him. So, but I think he's gotten better, and he's another one that I've enjoyed coaching.
DJ Wagner scored 15 points tonight. How big is that? You talked about your team, dealing with some injuries, but how big is it for your third year, guard to be able to kind of come into this?
All that I keep telling them is it's not about being aggressive. You ready? It's about being confident. Then you're aggressive. But you got to be confident knowing that you're going to fall back on your training. He's got floaters. He's a heck of a layup shooter. He can shoot the ball. He's good. Look at his assist-to-turnover ratio. He's like 5-1. So be confident. Now, you're playing with some other guys that are ultra confident. And all I'm saying, just be confident. Shoot, I'm with you. He and I talked. I had individual meetings with the guys after the Florida game, and they went well because most of it is we have been great in February. Now let's be great in March, and let's get by it. Now here's what I think of this team, and then we talked about individuals like, okay, what do you have to do to get a little bit better? What areas do you have to shore up? How are you going to shore them up? You ready for this? How can I help you? What can I do to help you? And those are the meetings we had. A couple of them, one of them said, just keep talking to me this way. I said, listen, come and see me when you need me to talk to you. I don't know when you need me to talk. Just say, Coach, talk to me. And I'll do what I have to do. My job is to let go of the rope now. And I told them this. They got to coach each other. And you notice I didn't do a whole lot. Like, I got on one guy but I wasn't yelling about it. I just got on him a little bit. Like, come on, man, you're better than this. Care about your team. Let's go. And so that's where this has to go in March. I've got to be a cheerleader. Let me ask you. If I have to teach a bunch right now, what's that tell you? Very good. If I have to really, get them going and challenge them and get them excited, it's March, man. If you ain't excited, then you ain't getting it from me. I'm not going to be able to do it. So all I'm saying is come together. We bonded as a team. Get each other going. How about this? Hold each other accountable. If the guy's not doing his job, go say something to him. Don't make me do it. I want to be a cheerleader. You say it. And I'll say, geez, he was pretty rough on you. So, this is the fun part of the year for me. Like, I love it. Doesn't mean you win every game, but it's March. Everything we've done all year is built to this. And so, again, let me thank the fans. I mean, what they've been able to do over 2 years to help us. Folks, you remember what our record was at this point last year. We were 6-10. No, we were 6-10. And if we didn't win those 2 games, we weren't going to the NCAA tournament. And then the last game we had to win. And the fans came out. It was crazy. And we played Mississippi State and got them we beat them by 1. The fans helped us get over the edge to where we could do what we're doing and now follow up with this. The fans have been unbelievable.
John Calipari there as the Razorbacks knock off Texas, win by 20. While I was listening to him, I pulled up the SEC order of finish that was voted on before the season began. And by the way, I found out, remember who the preseason player of the year was? Oweh.
I'll take it Oweh. That's not a surprise. Okay.
Yeah. First team All-SEC was Alex Condon, Josh Hubbard, Oweh, Pettiford, and LeBaron Philon. Second team was Nate Ament, Boogie Flan, Jacoby Gillespie from Tennessee, Thomas Hawk from Florida, Mark Mitchell from Missouri, Malik Dia from Ole Miss, Aiden Holloway, Alabama, Carter Knox from Arkansas, third team, Jalen Lowe from Kentucky, third team, and DJ Wagner, Arkansas, third team. The order of finish: Florida, Kentucky 2, looks like it'll be Alabama, Tennessee 3,
Arkansas.
Tennessee's going to be 4, Alabama 4, they're 2, Arkansas was 5th. Auburn was 6th. What a slide by the Tigers. Missouri 7th. Ole Miss 8th. Didn't live up to their hype. Texas 9. Mississippi State 10. 11 was Vanderbilt, so they've surpassed their expectations. 12 was Oklahoma. 13 A&M.
Maybe Bucky is Coach of the Year.
14 was Georgia.
Oh, maybe Mike White's Coach of the Year.
15 LSU, 16 South Carolina. Fun to look back at some of the preseason expectations. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap it up with our grades. Hand out the report cards. Stick around. It's the Bet Saracen Razorback Basketball Postgame Show live at Walk Ons.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Brooke Here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Saints that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
At Edwards Food Giant, they know your family is important, and they also know that your time and convenience is as well. So why not take advantage of their heat and eat items in their deli department? Those famous Edwards Food Giant signature dishes with many of the same entrees and recipes that are served daily in the hot bar, all ready to take home and serve to your family tonight. And it can all be found at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is pot roast for only $7.49 per pound, paired with macaroni and cheese for just $4.99 per pound.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. This year has been the proverbial annus horribilis for Arkansas AD Hunter Yurachek. He came to the Little Rock Touchdown Club and admitted that the Hogs can't compete with the big boys because they don't have the money. He fired a football coach. He hired a football coach. And a lot of smart folks are giving him grief about not honoring Arkansas's proud history with retired numbers or jerseys. And also, he made that dumb 6'7" joke on the committee. But Miami's selection turned out to be justified. May the same be true for the hiring of Coach Silverfield. If Hunter stops into one of Double B's 34 locations in Arkansas, he can tell us some more of those 6'7" jokes. And we won't even laugh. But we'll give him a breakfast sandwich or maybe even a corn dog. 6 or 7 of them, even. Doublebees. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebees.
Feeling like a family getaway, but don't want to go too far? Need a true adventure, but don't want to spend too much? Want a ton of stuff to do that's all in the same place? Welcome to Arkansas State Parks, where in a couple hours drive, you can change your scenery and your state of mind. With active adventures or just gorgeous views where you can catch your breath. We have 52 state parks to choose from. Plan your getaway at ArkansasStateParks.com. Brought to you by this station and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
It's never too late to become better. The Arkansas Senior Olympics, presented by UAMS, invites men and women aged 40 and older to compete in the 3-on-3 half-court basketball tournament April 25th in Benton. This event qualifies teams for the 2027 National Games in Tulsa. The deadline to register is April 11th. Team fee is $250 for up to 10 players or 9 players and a coach. Volunteers and sponsors are also needed. Learn more and register at arseniorolympics.org.
Texas has it. Shendall Weaver going to drive, spin on Thomas, off the glass, no good. Wagner with a rebound. Hogs are going to dribble it out, I think. Ahead to Thomas, and Malik's going to pull back. He knew better than that. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and this one's in the books. The Razorbacks have knocked off Texas 105-85, a grand finish to the home schedule.
How about that finish for the Razorbacks? 20-point victory over Texas. Now they are 22-8 overall, 12-5 in the SEC with 1 game to go. Let's hand out some grades. We'll start with Malik Thomas, 13 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, made all 4 of his free throws, had 2 rebounds and assist.
Quiet night for Malik. Didn't stand out as much as some others. I'll give him a B.
That's what I was thinking, a B. Not bad. Had a block shot, had a steal. I mean, he was active in his, and he also got a little foul trouble, so he only played 28 minutes. I think he picked up his second foul there in the first half, came to the bench for a little bit. Ended up with 4 fouls tonight, by the way. Darius Acuff, 8 of 15 from the floor, 4 of 6 from the three-point line, 8 of 10 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 13 assists. 3 personal 3 turnovers, no blocks, no steals, 36 minutes. Darius Acuff,
A+.
A+.
Yeah.
When you're breaking records and doing things that nobody else has ever done at Arkansas with more than 25 points and 13 assists, Hogstad said that's never been done as far as he can find back to the early 90s.
1991, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's happened a long time ago. But Darius Acuff
for Mayberry
continues to do things we haven't seen in our lifetime anyway.
I definitely haven't seen it.
Trevin Brazil, 28 points, 9 of 11 from the floor. His 2 misses were his threes, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds. He did have 1 assist. 3 block shots and 2 steals.
A+. A+ for Trevin. I know he struggled a little bit on defense.
I can't give him an A+ because defense is involved, but I give him an A, a very solid A. That was a very good game offensively.
If this is what Trevin gives us every game, I'd be very happy. But he won't. And it's not, you can't expect it either.
All right, you're right. If I get this, well, it's a career
This
high.
is an A+.
It's an
This
A+.
is an A+
Okay.
Trevin game.
I'll overlook the defensive lapses. Nick Pringle, 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds.
Nick Pringle? Is that what you said?
Yep.
For Nick Pringle, it's
a good game.
This is a B+.
Yes, 8 and 4.
Yeah.
Once again, I'll take that every single
The
game.
standards for players are different.
He gets an A if he's got more rebounds. If he's 8 and 8, that's an A.
Oh yeah,
I just need some more. I need more rebounds. He played 14 minutes, 4 rebounds.
That's not terrible.
He needs more though. 14 minutes, get me 7 rebounds.
6, 7.
But nice game for Nick Pringle. Very nice game. But great bounce back game. Billy Richmond tonight was quiet, 3 of 9, misses only 3, made both of his free throws. He did have 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 block shots, and 3 steals.
Made up for it with the steals and the blocks and the rebounds. I'll give him an A-.
I think that's a great grade, Christian. I think that's an A-. That's Billy too. He doesn't have to score to impact the game. He does so many other things, like 9 rebounds, like 3 steals, like 3 blocks. He's all over the place. You know, he's a couple of those jumpers or drives from going in and having 10, 12 points, but still a really good game for Billy Richmond. Malik Ewan, 5 points, 2 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from the 3-point free throw line. He had 3 rebounds and 1 steal.
He was ineffective, I'd say. I'll give him a C-.
I was going to say a C.
C-.
He can be better. We've seen him a lot better, and just not as active. Out of all the players, he was the least active tonight. Everybody else just seemed to be on a different gear.
Mm-hmm.
And we finished with DJ Wagner, 15 points, 6 of 9 from the floor, 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal.
2 turnovers. I'll give him an A.
That's an A. Yeah. I'll take that from DJ every single night. That is a nice game. A lot of A's, a couple B's, and 1 C.
A real tale of 2 games.
Oh, my gosh. What a bounce
Florida
back.
to Texas.
Great bounce back. I talked to Manny Watkins earlier this week, and Manny told me, I expect them to come out and play really hard. I expect a lot of times when you're embarrassed like that, you can refocus. You as a competitor, you got a little chip on your shoulder. He says, I think they come out and play really well against Texas. And Manny nailed it.
And I'm not one of those storyline peoples or people like that, but what a night to do it. And the night that they honor Nolan Richardson.
Great day for the University of Arkansas with not only honoring Nolan, but getting Tyson on board with the NIL deal for the patches. And then they beat Texas to top it all off by 20 points. Pretty darn good day for Razorback fans. All right, coming up next, we'll be here at Walk Ons. 11 o'clock start Saturday morning at Missouri. So come on out to Walk Ons. They'll open a little early and have lunch, some drinks, and get your day started the right way. And hopefully Arkansas knocks off the Missouri Tigers and finishes the season 13-5. That would be a really nice SEC season, especially after last year. All right, that's it for tonight. We'll be back here Saturday. Thank you to Walk Ons. Thank you, Damon. And thank you for listening. Have a great night. We'll be back here tomorrow on The Buzz.